UMAR AHMED, IFL TV MTK Global. I promise I'll do it from
That's better. Look, get the only bit of jawline I got left.
Emotional scenes in there with Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, I asked you a silly question. I said, "Did you get that?" And you were like, "Yeah, cool." But it was a lovely touch from Maurizio Suleiman. You know, we want to thank him. Beautiful belt for Charlie's mum. All the little pictures of Charlie's mum and Charlie together. It was great. You know, it was a great night for Charlie. Just really pleased he got a chance to headline. You know, next he may be on a pay-per-view event or a big event as chief support, but he's headlined, punch perfect performance, and it was a great night, and I'm very pleased for Charlie Edwards because he's a good man.
With Moreno, though, I've never seen someone take so many licks and still come forward like that.
Very tough. I mean, like I said, out of the same camp as Sergio Garcia, you know, he was probably fighting at a strong European level, and Charlie was world class. That was the difference. But I think Charlie's the best flyweight in the world. I can't see anybody beating him, and I think it's very exciting to see what the future holds.
Obviously, Selby fights tonight in Mexico. Is that a possible fight? Or is it going to be
mandatory?
mandatory, isn't it?
Yeah, if he wins. I mean, I actually expect him to win that fight. I mean, Andrew Selby's a great talent. He's just had a bit of an up and down career, and you know, if he can get the decision tonight, cheers, mate.
That's the thumbnail sorted.
What is it? Bud Light. Then he gets a shot, you know. But obviously, if we unify, he also still has a rematch clause, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But I thought it was a punch perfect performance.
The man behind me, Joshua Buatsi,
incredible
stoppage, man.
He is. I mean, what excites me as a promoter is young fighters, and obviously world champions, but young fighters that we can guide and enjoy the great moments with. And when you get someone like Joshua Buatsi, it is so inspiring. It's all good, then. Speak in the week. No holiday? You got a spare one? Okay. No, Gary's got one. Because I believe there's no limit to where Buatsi can go, you know. And I know he's. And by the way, I thought Liam Conroy did really well tonight. I mean, I thought he boxed really well. To be honest, I felt that the stoppage might have been a little bit early. A lot of people disagreed with me, but I do think he would have got potentially hurt badly after that. But he got up, he composed himself, he got on his feet, he was solid. He went down heavy, and I think that was one of the reasons that the ref called it off. But Buatsi's the goods, mate. He's just, you know, he's an incredible fighter, and you know, when you've got someone who has the potential to beat the very best in the division, it's so exciting. And I can't really make him out, to be honest with you, because did you see, like, after the second round, they had a little exchange and the bell went, and but he would never do that. I mean, you know, you've interviewed him. I know. So he's an animal in the ring, and he loves to fight. And sometimes he trades a little bit too much, but he loves it, and he's got the absolute granite chin as well. And I'm just so excited about Joshua Buatsi.
His trainer Mark wants him to win the British outright. Is that what you're planning to do with him as well?
I think any fighter that can win the British title outright, it's a beautiful belt. And any prospect coming through who has the ability to go onto world level should look to try and win that British title. Whether it's a British title or whether it's to win it outright. Sorry, mate, I'm with the new kid on the block who's, to be honest with you, a lot better than you.
Ask him about getting booed in gymnastics.
Not really.
Yes,
not really. Not really. More cheers than boos.
3 people that were there today, and they said that you got booed hard.
Well, you look like a helmet, so what does it matter? Mate, do me a favour.
What, mate?
You're from Billericay.
You're from Stock.
I'm from Ardstock. So I can't remember where. Yeah, so Buatsi, just, you know. I would like to point out, I didn't get booed at the gymnastics. A little bit, right? There was 8,000 people.
Seemed quite busy there. Yeah.
There was only maybe 500 booed me. It's quite funny because it was all the dads. Do you know what I mean? Like all the kids obviously had no clue who I was, and the dads were like, "Boo!" I said thanks. So Buatsi outstanding. Winning the British title outright is definitely a focus. I want him to box at Madison Square Garden against a top 15 guy. Obviously, he's not going to defend his British title over there. Josh is very calculated. Like, he lets the team make the decision, but ultimately he will tell us how he's feeling inside and the vibe he's got about going again so quickly. It's 10 weeks. It would give him a week to 10 days to just calm his body down, rest after camp, and he would have to go again. So it is quite quick, but you know, it wasn't a long, brutal fight tonight, and he has had 3 first-round stoppages, but it's the camps more than the actual fights.
Okolie, good stoppage win against Camacho, and yeah, still British and now Commonwealth champ again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was a bit unlucky tonight because he tends to hurt these fighters and then they like to hold. And obviously he gets criticised for holding as well. So he was a little bit sloppy at times. He fell in at times and Waddy was looking to tie him up. But for all the criticism Lawrence might get, either tonight and probably not so much tonight, but previously, he's had 12 fights. He's won the Commonwealth title twice. He's won the WBA International. He's top 10 in the world and he's British champion. And I don't know who's going to beat him. You know? Like domestically, I don't think anyone can beat him.
Rakpol's a good fight, isn't it?
Yes, but I think at this stage you'd have to say Lawrence was a favourite in that fight. But that is a fight that could be a great fight. So now we look at the Denis Lebedev situation and say, do you gamble for a world title? The right response is no, because you have a very talented young fighter that has a lot of potential. But he can beat Lebedev. In my opinion, he's the favourite in that fight. And if you don't take these opportunities when that champion is there for the taking, in 2 years' time, maybe when he is ready, that WBA champion might be a young Eastern Europe, Russian, Uzbek beast that you can't beat or would be tougher to beat. So, you know, it's going to be a tough decision. My advice to Lawrence, and I'm the one who ain't got to get in the ring, is probably take it, but it'll be up to his team. I think he shouldn't take it in terms of his development, but I just feel like timing is everything, and I feel like that could be the right fight for him.
Spoke to Lawrence after, he said he's done with the British scene. He wants to move on to European and world.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when you look at that domestic scene, Rakpol is a very good talent. Craig Glover is also a very good talent. You know, you've got Billum Smith, he's around as well.
Jack Massey.
Yeah, Jack Massey's good. I just can't see a lot of domestic fights exciting. So it's, do you go European? I mean, look, you know, the European champion's a good fighter. Now, there's an argument that the Lebedev fight might just be just as easy. So it's all about risk reward, and we'll sit down with his team and plot the future this week.
Well, Usyk and Gassiev moving up to heavyweight, obviously it frees it up. You've got, who have you got? Dorticus?
Yeah, but you've got, I mean, so
Brady.
Lebedev's going to slot back in as super champ, and then obviously every belt is taken by Usyk and it will become vacant. But you've got Bradis, you've got Dorticus, you've got Walchecki, is it Walchecki? You've got Tabiti, I think, fighting for another title. Like, they're good fighters. Lebedev's a very good champion. He's just getting old. And I just think the timing might be perfect to take his belt.
All right. Fury Schwartz announced tonight, June 15th in Vegas. Your thoughts?
Look, I don't think I'm going to do myself any favours criticising Tyson Fury with my general public popularity. It's a dreadful fight. I mean, you know, you've just fought Deontay Wilder. You've basically beaten Deontay Wilder. I know it was close, but most people had him winning the fight. They've ordered a rematch. You've pulled out of the rematch, and you're fighting Tom Schwartz. If Anthony Joshua had done that, what do you think the reaction would be? I mean, so, but I don't blame Tyson Fury. He's been given a load of money to have an easy touch. No problem.
I guess that is the argument, that he's been the B-side for the Klitschko fight, for the Wilder fight. Now he's got the opportunity to be the A-side, build a platform, or build on a platform.
He won't be the
at
A-side
ESPN.
till he's champion. I mean, ultimately, but he, you know, unless ESPN and Showtime can make that fight, then it's not ordered anymore. That's over. But I just think, I don't know. I mean, look, I just feel like AJ gets a lot of unfair criticism in terms of his resume and who he's fighting, and then Fury goes and fights Tom Schwartz. I mean, no disrespect to Tom Schwartz, he's not even top 15 in the world. I know he's ranked with the WBO, but he's not. List me the top 15 heavyweights in the world. He's not really even that close, to be honest with you. So, but it's not tight. Like, Tyson's happy as Larry. You know, he's getting a load of money for an easy fight. But I just, you know, it says a lot about when you talk about legacy and you talk about I'm this and I'm that, and you get a chance to rematch the guy for the WBC world title that you've basically already beaten and set up just monumental undisputed fights, and you turn that down and then fight this guy, you're going to get stick, aren't you? But listen, I can't knock the man. Good luck to him.
One question on Wilder. Have you seen the Wilder Brazil press conference where he's making comments where he wants to basically kill Brazil in the ring?
Yeah, and to make funeral arrangements, you know. I mean, look, again, I think me making comments on Deontay Wilder is probably, you know, old hat now. Look, I just think on comments like that, this is a sport where anything can happen, and terrible things have happened in the ring. And I just think that if something bad happened and you said that, you'll probably regret it for the rest of your life. So some things get said in the heat of the moment. He's a very emotional guy, Wilder. Or he's a very good actor. Might be a bit of both, actually. But, you know, for me, and this will probably sound boring, I would rather try and let these fighters inspire a generation of young people and be role models rather than talk about opponents making funeral arrangements. I think it's bad for the sport, but he's the bad guy. You know, he wants to try and build this fight, build the excitement, and you know. But like I said, if anything, God forbid, ever happened in the ring, and you said that, you know, you're going to live an unhappy life.
A few updates to go through. Obviously, Mauricio Suleiman is here. Anything happened between him and
look,
Dylan White?
we had a meeting earlier. Effectively a mediation of the situation. The WBC will go through their procedure, it will go back to the Board of Governors, they'll review our proposal. It's pretty clear what we want, you know, to get that mandatory position for Dillian White. And I haven't really got anything else to say other than they'll review it and we'll probably hear back in 14 days.
Okay. Gassiev to the zone, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we have a deal in place that will be announced this week, and I'm looking forward to him moving up to the heavyweight division. You know, you've got the two best cruiserweights in the world. The undisputed cruiserweight in Usyk moving to heavyweight, the unified cruiserweight world champion in Gassiev moving to heavyweight, and I think they're going to be great additions.
A lot of the media haven't actually spoken to you about this, but obviously you've done a co-promotional deal with the Sauerlands for Filip Hrgović. Mm-hmm. What's the plan with him?
Well, the good news is I sent them a list of opponents the other day, 5 of them, and they just come back and said any one. And when I spoke to Calla yesterday, he said, Philip said to Calla, why do you even ask me? As in, about who to fight. So he's going to move great. I rate Filip Hrgović as probably, well, definitely top 10 already in the heavyweight division. I think you speak to anyone in the game, anyone that saw him as an amateur, anyone that's been around him, I believe he's going to be a very, very tough heavyweight to beat. Technically excellent, punches very hard. Yeah, I think Hrgović is the real deal. He'll box on the Usyk card as well on May 17th. So we're just finalising that. We hoped to announce yesterday, but it'll probably be Monday now.
All right, Eddie Hearn, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
And
get ready for Liverpool next week. It's an absolute cracker.
Fowler, Fitzgerald, Paris Ali,
Smith Eggington, Farrell against Bowes, Robbie Davis Jr. against Joe Hughes. I mean, our Facebook fight is Philip Bowes against Farrell for the Commonwealth title. Our first fight, probably Robbie Davis Jr. against Joe Hughes for the British and Commonwealth. Then David Price against Cash Ali. And then Fowler Fitzgerald, which I cannot wait for, and Smith Eggington, which is going to be absolute war. 8,000 so far done in Liverpool. Only £40 tickets left. If you're not there, be there. Or watch it on Sky Sports and DAZN, baby.
What have you made of Fitzgerald's Twitter account?
Hilarious. I mean, he's never really used social media, and now he's just got into it, and he's just. But he's you know, he's bang up for this. I mean, he's almost like obsessed with this fight. And to be honest with you, this is the first time I've seen this desire from him in camp, mentally. And the press conference is going to be great this week, and I think the fight is going to be very explosive.
Well, we'll see you there. Thank you, Eddie.
Mate.